Hey guys, what's going on? This is Reggie. Hey, so today let's talk about my 1 month. It will be 1 month in the Tesla. So I've had this today, the 6th of June. Yeah. I am at 1 month of having this car. And how many miles do I have in this car? In 1 month, by the end of today, I will be at 2,200 miles. 2,200 miles in 1 month. Now, that should show you that I drive this car a lot. Actually, just today or yesterday or whatever day it was, I uploaded my 2-week update with 1,000 miles that I drove on the Tesla. So it's already been 2 weeks after that, and I'm already at 2,200 miles. Now, what have I learned? So in that video I did the pros, of all the things that I like about it. I gotta do the cons too, right? It can't be one way. There's always the pros and cons of having anything. So let's talk about the cons. In no particular order, I'm just gonna go what's on top of my head. So things that have happened in 1 month time of owning this car. I have gotten a scratch on the rear bumper, rear door. Now I don't know if it was from delivery date or if it was from me, because it was such a low area that you really can't see it unless you're washing the car or like zooming into each specific area of the car. But it was at the bottom on the passenger rear door, really low, and you have to see that angle. The scratch was, I would say, about a 6-inch long scratch. It was very annoying to me, and trying to get that resolved was a pain in the behind. I think I did a video about it, so I'm not going to go too much. But short story is, that was one of the issues. It cost me $210 to get Tesla to fix it. It was a steal, trust me, compared to all the other places that I took it to check it out. Yeah, so that's one. Two, I already have 2 windshield dings on my windshield. Now, the problem is that, again, I'll try to keep it short, but I like to talk a lot, so we'll see. The problem is that like Safe Life or any other company can fix it. That's not a problem, and it's a little chip. It's not like a quarter or anything like that. Problem is that getting Tesla's okay, it's like Safe Life calling Tesla to get their okay. It's literally non-existent. Safe Life called me up and said, "Hey, sorry, man, we don't call Tesla because they don't respond. So you have to call them and have them initiate it so that we can come and repair your car for free." And I'm like, "Oh, that's weird," because I've had other insurance like AAA, Allstate, Progressive, Geico. I've had them in the past, and everything was done by Safe Life in the back end, 0 fees for me, blah blah blah. With Tesla, it's different, so I have to deal with that right now. It's not a problem, but it's just annoyance. Worst case, I'll pay out of pocket. I think it's anywhere from $60 to $80 to get it fixed. I'll either get it fixed now before it becomes a crack. It's just a chip right now. A little bit of annoyance. Now, one thing that I do recommend is before you get your car, get PPF scheduled up, because I already see a couple of chips on my front bumper. And of course it's gonna happen, right? It's obvious it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. If you drive as much as I do, you're gonna get chips. It's not major, but it's an annoyance. I'm not gonna dwell on it or anything else. But my PPF schedule is tomorrow, so it'll at least protect the rest of the car. But there's a couple of minor chips, very small. You have to really be anal to look into it and see it. I don't know if touch-up will work or not, but I already bought the chocolate paint. Those 3, The 4th one is that there are certain service centers that really suck. And by certain, I mean out of the 3 I've gone to so far, Rockland, Stockton, and Arden, I am not a fan of the Arden Service Center. They are garbage. I'm sorry, but my experience, and yours could be different, but my experience is they're complete shit. They lie, they cancel on you, they are really positive when you go there and really good But as soon as you leave, it seems like they're complete a-holes. You know, they cancel on you, your schedules and everything else. It's a bad customer service. You know, they don't even listen to you. They don't text you back. They don't do anything. They don't reply to you at all. While Stockton, for example, replies to you, same, you know, like they actually listen. They freaking call you, dude. So very, very annoyed at that service center. I'm never gonna go there again, even though they're the closest to me. I'd rather drive 30 minutes to 45 minutes to go to another one than drive 10-15 minutes to go to that one. So that's not a problem. Other issues, now these are minor issues of course, but other issues, I think I talked about it in my top 5 dislikes, is, man, I really wish Tesla would enable 360 camera, man. Like, damn, dude, like you this thing has what, like 15 cameras? I don't know, like a lot of cameras, but you can't even do 360. You know how annoying parking is? Now I see why Tesla owners park backwards. There's a reasoning behind it. I always thought that Tesla owners park backwards because they're a-holes. But that's not it. The reason why you park backwards is because your camera for the back is good. You know, it's really, really good. You can see everything when you back up. But if you were to forward park, like a normal person park, you can't see shit. You are going to scratch your bumper. It's going to happen if you ever want to park forward. So don't ever park forward. You have to park backwards, otherwise you're going to scratch your bumper. And the side, well, you know, when you get close to a curb or something, yeah, good luck with that too, because the way the angle of the side cameras are, they don't help you see. They don't help you see at all, well, how close you are to the sides. I would say from your side mirrors and forward, you are blind. You're completely blind. You can't see jack shit. So don't park forwards. And if you are parking parallel to a curb or something, leave. Try to determine use by best judgment to park. But yeah, it's gonna be bad. That's why I also see a lot of curb rash on Tesla owners' rims. So that's a big negative for me. I don't like that, man. I really don't like that. That really sucks. Other minor details or issues, not really big deals. I mean, I wish the rear view camera was bigger. I wish, now this is it a complaint? I wish the audio that they have, which is amazing by the way, I wish it had presets so that you could, you know, go to rock mode or vocal or treble or bass. Like, it would be cool to have that, but they don't have that. You have to mess with it yourself, so that kind of sucks. I also wish that you could customize in the app what your gas price is where you live. So the cool thing about the app is that when you charge and everything, you know, it'll give you your charge based on if you set up your utilities rates. Now, cool thing is the app was very smart for SMUD, for that I have, and it was able to set up all of that stuff. But because SMUD gives me a 1.5% discount, I added a super peak time slot in my phone, in my app, which gives me even more discounts. Anyway, the point is that every time you charge, it calculates how much the cost is, which is badass. So it'll tell you how much the cost to charge is. Now, it compares it to gasoline equivalent cars, which is great. But the problem is that it bases the gasoline equivalent cars based off, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe the average California gas price, which to me is incorrect, because right now the price where I live is $7 a gallon for Chevron 91 octane gas. $7 a gallon. I did the math, and if you do the math correctly, right, based off of where you are, I would have spent significantly more money at $7 a gallon for fill up to 2,200 miles, you know, worth of driving, than what the app shows. So the app is very conservative when it comes to comparing how much money you're saving. I wish it let us put in our own numbers for the gas price, so we actually see what we're saving based on where we live, not based on the national average, because the national average is incorrect. So again, this is a very minor thing. Another thing I wish that Tesla would fix or do something about, or do an add-on later on, is I wish they made the frunk be automated like the trunk. Man, I use the frunk a lot, like I really do, and I just hate having to push it down with my hands. Like growing up, you know, we were told to let the hood drop and don't put pressure because you can bend the hood when you push it. Now I don't know if it applies today, but I still kind of follow it, you know, I just let it drop and do it. But it's got shocks in the front, so you can't do it. So I wish they would add the powered option that the trunk has to the front. I'd gladly pay for it if Tesla installed it. But, you know, again, these are very minor nitpicks, you know, not a big deal or anything else. Another nitpick is I wish the wireless charging was a bit faster. It's very slow. I don't know what the rated watts is or power is, but it is slow. But, you know, not a big deal. And of course, the biggest one, of course, is I wish it had Android Auto, but not a big deal. It's okay. So those are the you know, the negatives, the dislikes that I have after owning it for 2K miles. The positive and the pros totally outweigh the negatives. I mean, this thing is badass. Never had to pay for gas. One thing I do recommend again is before you get the car delivered, already set up your schedule for PPF. The paint on this is very thin and very crap, so it's pretty bad. So you want to protect your car. Besides that, that's it. So those are my negatives. Again, not a big kind of a negative thing. The 361 is big for me. You know, I'm still adjusting to it. Otherwise, I love this car. 2,200 miles in exactly 30 days. Oh, I need some water. In exactly 30 days. You can't beat that, man. God, I drive this car so much. I love this car. I love this car. And I'm going to keep driving this car until I don't know. But there you go. Thank you for listening, guys. That was my 2,000 mile update. 1 month of owning and a lot more miles to go and a lot more miles to own. Like, subscribe, comment below. What's your miles at? How many months have you owned it? And what's your dislikes if you have any? Thanks. Peace.